The ideas that gave birth to our nation are the ideas that our nation is resistant to right now, and we should talk about that all the time.
In a world where narratives are shaped by corporations and gatekeepers, independent voices matter more than ever. Badlands Media brings together citizen journalists, researchers, and independent thinkers.
The truth is triggering.
Question the narrative. Explore the facts.
It's authenticity, courage, resilience.
Search for the truth others won't.
It's not about being first or being right.
The information war is changing.
It's about being authentic.
Embrace the friction.
Embrace the friction.
Shut the f*** up.
Authentically antagonizing. Join the movement.
I'm going to say how I feel.
Follow Badlands Media.
This is about the future.
The Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Well, good evening, everybody. We got a full crew tonight and a newbie, kind of, with Caleb. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Real sausage fest, too.
How's it going?
So, Caleb, are you here in lieu of your mother tonight, or is she going to be joining us as well?
I'm not sure about that. I was told I'm filling in. Can you guys hear me? I don't have like a monitoring.
Yeah.
Good, bro.
You sound good.
Cool. How you guys doing?
Totally
Sound
professional.
okay. I'm not right.
You sound great.
All right, so let's just like bust through, and every single person go around and let's do a vibe check. Let's see how everybody's doing. John, how was your week?
I don't want to start.
Well, you're the first person. You're at the top left.
It's your idea. You start.
All right, so I'm I'm feeling
Problem
pretty good.
solved.
I'm having a good time this week. Thank you so much for my coffee, my lovely wife. Appreciate it.
Ooh.
In my CIA official CIA mug.
I knew it.
I have a friend who works in the federal government, and they bought it for me as a joke.
Sure. Once a clown, always a clown, Zach.
Right. God, if only I was getting paid by the CIA. You know what? It seems like the good jobs were at USAID.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not anymore, though.
SPLC, too, yeah.
that's PLCs.
Yeah.
Have you put in an application for funding yet, John?
Not yet. I'm still kind of weighing some options. Don't know if I want to go federal agency or NGO yet.
Well, NGO has a lot. There's a lot of money there.
I heard
Set up those.
He was peeling back on the grants. Their funding is not quite what it used to be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Just get those offshore accounts set up, John.
I'm also, looking into a few foreign countries. See if any of those, governments want to give us some of that Jew money.
I
It's called
heard an interesting story this week. Do you guys remember a couple of years ago during the Obama administration when Swiss banking, the impenetrable specter of Swiss banking became penetrated, and it was no longer a safe haven for your money, and the government was forced to go after thousands of Americans who had these unnamed numbered Swiss bank accounts, and they created a sort of a tax holiday, or I'm sorry, a tax amnesty holiday, so that if you had your money in a Swiss bank account, you could come forward and admit it, and then they wouldn't charge you with tax evasion and put you in prison and make you. I think they still made people pay money, but you just wouldn't go to prison. So the
penetrated it.
What's that?
Who penetrated it?
Well, that's what I was just about to tell you. The reason it no longer became safe is because a gentleman who was an American citizen but worked in the Swiss banking industry, he retired, and when he retired, he walked out with the names of every American who had a Swiss bank account, and then he walked into the DOJ as a whistleblower, and he actually received. I mean, kind of a dick move. I mean, he had already made his fortune in the Swiss banking industry. And so he walked into the DOJ as a whistleblower and said, you know what, this isn't right. I'm going to go ahead and give all this information over. Definitely a dick move. But he figured he would be fine. And the problem became that of those thousands of names, about 75% of them were prominent Democrat donors.
I thought you were going to say that of them, the Clintons were in there, and he's now dead.
The Clintons definitely come into play because Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. So Obama sent her to Switzerland to negotiate. And on her way there, somehow miraculously, about 1,400 of the names got deleted. Okay. So the ones that were left were the non-Democrat politicos, okay, people who had not been donating to Obama and all of those big dark money campaigns, and the rest of them. This is why they allegedly did the tax amnesty, because they said, we know some of you have these bank accounts, but we can't prove who some of you are because the information was mysteriously deleted. So that just happened to be all of the Democrat donors. And then the Obama Justice Department, while this guy had whistleblower protection, they prosecuted him for crimes related to taxes and money laundering and stuff. And then they put him in prison for 30 months or something like that. And the great irony is, because he was a whistleblower and because he helped the United States recover all this money, when he got out of prison, the first thing the IRS did was cut him a big fat check. Like, he got like $10 million as his bounty.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
must be nice.
Kind of crazy.
By the way, Zach, since you're here and you're our resident singer, can you sing Gateway Mega Happy Birthday? Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Happy birthday to you.
It's a love-making voice.
Happy birthday, Gateway MAGA. Happy birthday to you.
I'm here every Friday night at 10:30.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Fucking brilliant.
So my church does this, where when we sing happy birthday to someone, then everyone in between the lines says, woo. So you have happy birthday to you, woo. And we were visiting my parents' church years ago. This is a few years after I got married. And someone had a birthday in their church, so they all start singing. And my wife grew up in this tradition where you shout woo in between lines. And so as the whole church is singing happy birthday, she goes, woo. And you could hear a pin drop. And her face got so beat red. It's like the only person doing that. It's like, yeah, we don't do that here.
Oh, that's super funny. Caleb, question for you. First of all, how's it going? Haven't seen you on a stream in a while. Actually, you were on OnlyLands this week. Or not OnlyLands, whatever that show.
Yeah. Good,
How you been?
Doing well. I know that you know the information about stuff that went down yesterday.
Yeah.
What went down yesterday, bro?
Fill us in. Fill them in.
Yeah, so we were at this event for the GOP chairs in Colorado, and there was this stalker situation, and so I had a glass of red wine, and Mom's friend's like, "Yeah, I need you to serve this man. I'll give you $50." And I was like, "All right, whatever." And so I dropped the papers down, and he throws them back at me, and he's like, what the hell is this? And made a big scene, scared the shit out of people. He's like, "I'm not a J6 trader, or terrorist." It was just a bunch of nonsense. But
can you tell us a little bit more backstory? Like, who is this guy? Who was he stalking?
Probably don't say his name.
Well, why not? I mean, if it's a matter of public record, if he's been served a restraining order or some type of lawsuit or something.
Because the dude's not stable, and Ash is already in the crosshairs, and I don't want to put her further in the crosshairs, so let's not say the name.
Okay, all right. So your mother is being stalked?
No, my mother's friend.
Harassed.
And this guy is mentally unstable for sure. And so as far as mental health goes, I wouldn't try and put him on blast, because who knows what would happen. But I don't know much about him at all, actually. Charity's a good friend of my mom. They hang out sometimes, and she was just like, "Hey, can you serve this guy? He's here." And I'd never done that before, so I was sure.
That's pretty cool. You can make like $75 a pop if you do that on the regular.
It was super uncomfortable because there's this event going on, and all these people here for it, people talking, and then the place was also very busy for dinner. And this guy's calling us terrorists and whatnot. It was just nonsense.
Okay, so I'm assuming
he's been melting down on Twitter. He's tagging me and stuff like, "Hey, why are you working with Ash doing all this stuff?" And I'm like, "I have no idea who you are, what's going on." Like this is really weird behavior. Everything he does, it's just like long threads of
At this
why am I
event,
being targeted?
at this event, there was the sheriff of whatever county we were in, Weld County, I think. And he went up to him and he was like, "Hey man, you gotta chill out, you know." And then he told the sheriff, like, "I'm not fucking going anywhere." Just made people really uncomfortable, and you could tell like his body language, like vibrating, you know, shaking, so much adrenaline. It was just unfortunate.
So is he like an outcast from like the local GOP scene, or is he a leftist? Or...
I guess that would be a good way to put it. Yeah, outcast of the
okay
GOP scene.
Okay, so the latter.
So this lady that gave you the papers to serve knew that it was going to turn interesting, and was she turning to you as a matter of protection, or she was just throwing you under the bus?
Definitely not throwing me under the bus. I think
She
that
paid
she felt very uncomfortable with that guy there, and like I was hanging out, and you know, I'm the son with mom. Why not? Yeah, it made sense.
I mean, have you
Strapping
seen him?
young
Have you seen how,
lad.
like big and strong he is lately?
Yeah.
He's hitting the gym.
You know, I
Like,
do.
that's another part of it, John. I was like, I don't want to bully this guy. You know, like he's obviously got some shit going on.
I
You
do
take
think
it
it's
easy
a little
on him. It's
weird.
good.
The sheriff was right there, and she had a civilian do it. I mean, normally when you serve people, you have law enforcement do it because they may freak out.
Sheriff Woody, man.
Well, he wasn't
Sheriff
like
Woody.
on duty. He was the, you know, like at the event in normal clothes, and he was like, "Hey man, you got to leave." And he's like, "I'm not fucking leaving." And so sheriff comes back in, and he's like, "Hey, you guys should call the cops." So
And the cops kicked him out, right?
they kicked him out. They made him leave. They didn't arrest him. Yeah, that's about it.
Crazy. And then I heard you also got like basically recruited, or people were trying to recruit you.
Not at all. No, there was a
That's what your mom said.
Senator Mark Baisley was at the event, and afterwards we went to the bar and watched a hockey game, grabbed a beer, and he was like, "Hey, you should come check out the Senate, and like you can walk on the floor and shadow legislation, like see what we do." I was like, "Absolutely, that sounds awesome." You know, so he is ghosting me right now, but hopefully he hits me back.
Oh, so he was full of shit.
No, I don't think so. He was pretty genuine, but who knows? Politicians.
That's true. Politicians. Jatrid, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I was a little under the weather last week. I slept through OnlyLands. I had every intention of being here, and then I took a little nap when I got home from work, and that nap turned out to be about 3-4 hours long, and I missed the whole thing. And I missed y'all in Nashville too, so I feel like I haven't seen anybody in ages.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. So it's also one of my favorite weekends of the year, which is NFL draft weekend.
Yeah, you guys are off to a strong. I mean, it's hard not to with first
With
pick,
the number
and
one
the quarterback
pick,
you need.
Yeah. But it is like the time of year when Raider fans have like eternal hope, you know, and it's like our Super Bowl basically. And then, you know, you feel like all good about the season going into it until you see these guys get on the field and you're like, oh man, we're going to suck again. So
What's the deal with Crosby? I just remember reading the Baltimore nonsense a while ago.
Yeah, he got traded to Baltimore for 2 number 1 picks, but then they backed out because I guess he failed the physical, but he had just come off a knee surgery, so everybody knew like he couldn't pass a physical. But they signed that Hendrickson guy from Cincinnati, so like it was just, is that his name? I think so.
Yeah, them both.
Pass rusher. Yeah, they were saying like, oh, we were going to pair them both, but it was basically like they got virtually the same guy without giving up 2 first-round draft picks. I think everybody thought Trey Hendrickson was going to get signed like the first day of free agency, and he was still lingering after a day or two. So they reneged on the trade, and then signed Hendrickson like 10 minutes later. So I'm happy. I love Crosby. He's like my favorite Raider. So I'm very happy he's still there.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys can afford it. You guys had a ton of moves. Plus, they just drafted somebody. They just drafted a center.
Just now?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Caleb, by the way,
Okay.
do you have a big enough water bottle? You sure you don't need a bigger one? Show everybody how big your water bottle is.
Refilling it sucks, man.
Dang.
You got me
Good
beat.
God.
man.
It's like a
Doing
water
curls
cooler.
with that, Caleb?
No, I need it. You gotta enable yourself. Like I've enabled myself to drink more water because I have a comically large water bottle. You know,
That's true. It's half water, half protein.
no, not in the water.
Protein's so expensive.
Water in
nowadays.
there. It's not something else.
Just water.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
unexciting.
protein is expensive these days. Everything's expensive, kind of.
It's true.
Almost everything's expensive.
Matt, how you been, man?
I've been good, enjoying the last few days here of spring in Arizona, where we can leave the windows open and have the nice breeze, perfect temperature breeze coming through at night. Soon those days will be over, but eking out a few more of them, and happy because one of my pet kook causes was in the news this week, which is, at least according to Steve Turley video I watched, which is that the possibility of returning Arlington County back to the District of Columbia from Virginia and forcing all those people that live there to vote in the District of Columbia instead of polluting the Virginia vote with their awfulness, and maybe turning Virginia back into being a hard red state. I don't know how likely it is, but there's evidently a good constitutional argument for why Trump could do it unilaterally.
Yeah,
really.
And so I don't know, but it's been a pet cause of mine that, like, I would almost accept DC statehood if they would. I'd want them to take Fairfax County too, but if they took back Arlington, made all those people vote in the district, it's like, yeah, we're going to keep all your votes together, and we're going to take Virginia back. Then I could almost live with that. But
DC statehood, huh?
No.
I don't think I'm on board with that one.
Yeah. So, I mean, personally, I think that they should. Okay. So, on one hand, I see the genius. President Trump could just say, the reason that Virginia wanted that back is because they weren't making enough money and they wanted to make sure that they were going to get the benefit of all the slaves that were in that area. So President Trump could just say, any move that was made, after a certain date with the goal of aiding slavery is, null and void. And we're just going to give that back. And I think that the manner in which they gave it back to Virginia is questionable as well. So it would be within the original framework of the Constitution to create that perfect square boundary again. But I think there's also an argument to be made that DC should merely encompass the government buildings that make up the actual government. Like, all of the people, I think it would be better if they were just actually part of the states themselves, and just let them go that way. And then we would get rid of the DC Circuit Court. There would be no need for that. And if anybody commits a crime in DC, we can just have, any of those states that border on it. It would be possible to bring the charges there.
Definitely, we got to get rid of the court system. The circuit court system there is just one of the worst things about America right now.
Yep. Bring back trial by jury.
Tell them, Jonathan.
I will.
So that's where I am. Sort of, that amused me for a couple days. And by the way, our opening, our new opening with all of our AI things there, the music in it makes me think that we're going to go save Jews from the Holocaust.
Oh, the music in our opening makes you think we're saving Jews?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it seems like somebody's make us something like Schindler's List. So
okay, now I'm gonna play it again. So
yeah, I was gonna say I want to hear it now.
Yeah,
play the new intro again. Put yourself in the mindset of saving Jews and whatnot.
All right.
The Jews.
The ideas that gave birth to our nation are the ideas that our nation is resistant to right now, and we should talk about that all the time.
In a world where narratives are shaped by corporations and gatekeepers, independent voices matter more than ever. Badlands Media brings together citizen journalists, researchers, and independent thinkers.
The truth is triggering.
Question the narrative. Explore the facts.
It's authenticity, courage, resilience.
Search for the truth others won't.
It's not about being first or being right.
The information war is changing.
It's about being authentic.
Embrace the friction.
Embrace the friction.
Shut the f*** up.
Authentically antagonizing. Join the movement.
I'm going to say how I feel.
Follow Badlands Media.
This is about the future.
The Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Yeah, I can see a little girl in a red jacket just, stumbling across the screen, all black and white except for her.
It's the violin, isn't it, Matt? It's
You
that
kind of
little
nailed it.
dramatic.
Yeah, So, nothing wrong with saving Jews from the Holocaust. I'm not saying that's bad.
Not at all.
Yeah. No. Who wouldn't want to save Jews?
Exactly.
Isn't that what we're doing
I
here?
can think of a few people.
I had.
I was about to say I've got a list of people I could.
I'm pretty sure I had 2 Jews stuffed under my black leather trench coat I was wearing there.
You were saving them though, right, Jay?
Saving them, just saving them.
Thank you.
Cam.
Clarifying.
Thank you for clarifying too. Yes.
Yeah.
So funny. We should probably get a quick word from our sponsors tonight, huh?
Perfect timing.
Let's do it.
And then we'll come back and hear how Cam is doing.
Sponsored by
Did
ADL.
you end up signing the ADL advertising deal?
Probably not going to happen at this point.
Sponsored by ADL.
If I had to guess, they are probably no longer interested. Almost had them.
Oh, we're on our way to go save them.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know, man.
Please give us credit.
Anyway, first up tonight, we got Native Path. This episode is brought to you by Native Path Antarctic Krill Oil, Omega-3s, and astaxanthin for heart, joints, and memory. Imagine checking your lab results and your doctor looks genuinely surprised in a good way. Your cholesterol is better. Your inflammation markers are down. Your joints feel easier. That's what thousands of Native Path Krill Oil users are reporting, and it all comes from one tiny soft gel a day. So if you've been taking fish oil for heart, joint, or memory support, this is something you need to know. Research shows fish oil is 50% less absorbable than krill oil because fish oil's omega-3s are in triglyceride form while krill oils are in phospholipid form, which is the same format your cell walls are made of. That means krill oil gets into your cells immediately, and in head-to-head studies, krill oil outperformed fish oil at improving cholesterol, reducing inflammation, and easing your joint pain, often at lower doses. Native Path also comes in a tiny soft gel, so you don't get any of those fishy burps. So grab this Badlands special discount plus free shipping today at getkrill.com/badlands. That's getkrill, KRILL.com/badlands. All right, did the video play, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Some very cold water.
Mm-hmm.
The ice wall at the edge of the flat Earth.
Nice.
Are you flat earther, Trump?
He's the
Yeah,
opposite.
I'm a flat earther.
He's the opposite. Why he's making jokes.
Just kidding. One more real quick. Patriot Protect. Guys, over this product's awesome. We're in the middle of the worst stretch of data breaches this country's ever seen, and it's hitting right in the middle of tax season. Just the last 90 days, a government contractor that handles Medicaid and benefits for 46 states got hacked, and 25 million Americans had their social security numbers and medical records stolen. The Texas AG called it the largest breach in American history. Panera Bread, 5 million customers exposed. Under Armour, 72 million email addresses dumped online, all on top of a record 3,300 data breaches in 2025 alone. Here's what why you need to care right now. Criminals are using the stolen data to file tax returns in your name and take your refund. The IRS flagged 2 million returns for identity fraud last year, and if it happens to you, the average wait to get it resolved is almost 2 years. And it's not just breaches. Right now, data brokers and people search sites are publishing your name, your home address, your phone number, even your family members' names, all searchable by anyone online. Scammers don't need to hack you. They just look you up. Patriot Protect fixes that. Their search and destroy protocol scans Google and over 200 data broker sites, finds your personal information, and removes it continuously. Most services tell you after your identity gets stolen. Patriot Protect removes the information criminals need to steal it in the first place. Because of what we're seeing right now, Patriot Protect is offering a 15% off any plan. Use promo code BADLANDS at patriot-protect.com/onlylands. Your data is already out there, so time to take it back. Yeah, that product's awesome. It was crazy how much info I had out there.
Oh, I bet you had a lot.
Yeah.
Way more than me.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that now that my information has been removed from the internet,
less spam.
Well, obviously less spam, but I have started. My phone number is somehow connected to my ex-wife's name. I'll just say that, and so I was like, that was a shocker, and I didn't think to tell them to remove information about her when I gave them the details. So I got to reach back out to them.
So she's getting calls or what?
No, I don't know if she's getting calls. I was searching for information with my phone. I wanted to test and see, what came up and see how successful it was, because I had gotten, virtually no sales calls, and recently it started to pick back up again. So somehow my information got back out there. I'm sure that they'll catch it, but I went and searched for my details, and nothing came up related to me, but it only came up related to her, which it didn't used to before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Cam, how are you doing now? Your turn.
Dude, I'm doing great, man. Jackie and I went to see the new Michael Jackson biopic today.
Woo!
How was
was
that?
it?
It was so fucking good. It was.
I
so
heard
good.
that it felt like a movie that was cut in the middle, and you need to watch part 2, like you're waiting for part 2.
So I'm not going to give any spoilers, but like Zach said, it ends in the middle of his story.
Did they kill him off or something?
It's not the middle of the story, bro.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not until 2009.
Who played Michael?
His nephew.
Nephew Jafar Jackson. I forgot whose son it is. I think Tito, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, one of them. It doesn't matter. Michael's the only Jackson.
Exactly. But no, it was, dude. It was the score was amazing, as of course it would be. Everything about it was good. It was a really good movie. It reminded me of like if the Melania movie was made into like a biopic. Like it was made very well. Let's put it that way. And I don't feel like there was any like full on propaganda of any kind in it. It was just Michael's story. Like,
well, I mean, and it was made by people who love Michael.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And it wasn't meant to be like an expose. From what I understand, one of the reasons that it feels truncated is because they had like a third act that after they had filmed it, they learned of some contractual obligation and they could not include it. And so they had to stop where they did. And I'm certain that they're looking to see how people receive this first one, and then if it goes the way they think, then they'll complete the story.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, it literally says his story continues. So the idea is that there's going to be a second part to it.
Is Janet Jackson still alive?
Yeah,
Janet is for sure.
Was it Latoya? Is she the one who passed?
Oh, so that's why I was asking though, Cam. So never mind, I don't care.
Yeah. No, sorry, her titty is covered up. I have no idea about Latoya. She was the only female that was like the only sister. Well, I guess there's only 2 sisters, but she was in it more because Janet was young, obviously at the time. But yeah, I don't know about Latoya. I'll look it up. But yeah, other than that, I mean, life's going well, man. I've recovered from GART, but I don't know, man. I'm ready for the next one, dude. Like I had so much fun. I just every time I go to GART, it's just every time I go to GART, it's just like a refresher. Like we deal with all the bullshit on the day-to-day. We're reading headlines, we're seeing dumbass takes from fake ass influencers, we're seeing people get wrapped up but not like fully arrested, we're seeing people that are getting indicted, all this stuff, and then we go to GART and I'm just like, all right, with a bunch of other people that have been dealing with this other shit just like me. I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah, I miss GART. It's like a little depressing afterwards when you come home from those things because you're on such a high, and then it's just like the let down. But
well, John, just in a couple of years, your endorphin sensors will completely burn out, and basically nothing will excite you anymore.
Is that you?
Yeah. You get to a point where like somebody has to take a shit on your chest before you feel anything.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
He's going there.
What a weird thing to say. Oddly specific, Zach.
Crazy left turn we just took.
Have you ever seen that movie 43?
I just thought in the moment.
Yes, Jonathan.
Hilarious.
So did you not have fun at GART?
No, I had a great time at GART. I'm totally messing with you, dude.
No, he's saying GART is like his version of getting shit on his chest. That's how much he enjoys it.
That can be a tagline.
You're gonna lead a panel on that.
Oh my god.
GART,
yes,
let Badlands shit on your chest.
Oh, Amber Turd. Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, new case.
Crazy. How are you gonna top that, Drake? I don't think you can.
Man. I was just gonna say that Zach made me think of that movie 43, where Chris Pratt is what I won't even try to describe it. It's
don't. It's not worth it.
Zach's comment made you. There's a movie about that, about shitting on chests.
Is there?
It's not about. That's not the whole premise of the
No,
movie.
that it's like it's a movie of little vignettes that are highly.
We played that once on on
the
old Liberty Den a long time ago.
Yeah.
They've got Ari Shafir in there, the amazing racist, right? Isn't he part of that movie?
I believe so. I'll check.
Yeah, maybe. It's like a series of vignettes, and one of them is Chris Pratt is wanting to take his girlfriend at the next level, and he was wanting to propose to her, and she was thinking that he would poop on her chest. And you're like, what in the world?
Okay, well now we have to watch this. What is this?
It's called Movie 43, and I don't even know if that's it's hard to find clips sometimes.
It's movie.
Yeah. So okay. So what I know about this is it's like you know what? It was made by Vince Offer, if I'm not mistaken.
Remember we played the clip where what's his name had like balls.
Yeah, the neck
from
balls.
his neck.
Yeah. Oh, this is it right here. Yeah.
Hugh Jackman.
Okay, let's watch
Hugh
this.
Jackman. Right. Thank you, Cam.
Probably gonna need a copyright ding. So if we get kicked off of YouTube, apologies, but we gotta watch this.
Turn YouTube off for a second.
Yeah, because
you can't just turn it off and on, Zach.
Your girlfriend.
You can do that on Rumble.
Well, I can't do it on YouTube. Wow.
So this movie is so bad, so offensive that it almost never came out. Like, it's incredible that they got as many big names as they did to make this movie. And I think that they really did not tell the vast majority of them exactly what was going on. Like, you know, I think
the premise is that you have, I think in one version, it's Greg Kinnear, maybe, is pitching he breaks into a movie studio and like holds the producer hostage while he makes him read his script, and it's just these little scenes. So the guy starts reading, and then it jumps to the one Jay you're talking about with like the neck balls, and then there's it's got Halle Berry and
Oscar winner Halle Berry.
Like, they're just in these crazy little sketches like this that are just completely out to lunch. There's anyway. The comment that she made just made me think of that. So my apologies to those that were offended by that, but not really.
Hey, man.
So that's how you're doing.
Well, no, I am actually doing pretty good. I just recorded with Polly Mathenon our second Ether episode, which will air this Sunday.
Nice.
And last week was talking with Chris and not talking about the Ether at all, but just kind of, you know, philosophical underpinnings of why such a conversation would be worthwhile having. And then this week we're actually starting to get into the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. So,
well, that's
is that a poop reference?
Could be, but yeah. So that was fun. We just like right before hopped on here, we got finished recording. So,
chat's telling us only one person checked out over the shitting on chest thing. So I feel like
that's a win. That's a
pretty good
big win.
I feel like the audience is maturing.
Yeah, the way that scene.
I don't think that's what that means.
Even better. But
we have a very sophisticated sense of humor here at Badlands. So hey, didn't understand that. You just is over your head. That's all.
We are the aristocrats of the podcast world.
Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Well, what else? How do you follow that up? I mean, where do we go from there?
Talk about something else.
Somebody changed the subject for God's sakes.
JD Smoove, though, his delivery. I mean, that guy could be in anything, and he's just like gold every time.
It's like the mixture of the lisp, and obviously it's just like the old black man syndrome. You know, you got an old black man talking. Everyone listens, whether you like it or not. You're listening to him.
He's got the magic Negro syndrome.
Yep, magic Negro.
Yeah,
it took years to cultivate that. Decades.
I loved him on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's so funny on that show. Oh man. That show is so good. Curb Your Enthusiasm is such
I can only take so much of it because it's so neurotic. It just like you can only take it. I can take it in small doses.
You know, I've never seen all of them, and I'm grateful that there's like 5 to 6 years between seasons because I'm still needing to catch up on a lot of them. But you know, back in the day, I used to watch it all the time.
Wait, which show are we talking about?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, I've never watched that actually.
It's, Larry David, and it's like the most accurate biopic depiction of Larry David's life.
Biopics.
Yeah, and his wife in the show is RFK Jr.'s wife.
Yeah, Cheryl Hines.
In real life, Cheryl Hines. Yeah.
What's with all these podcasters taking the time off at the same time? Are you guys seeing that on social media?
I don't know.
Yeah. So
who are you referring to?
It looks like Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, Nick Fuentes, and Sneeko. And everybody's like, oh, they must be taking SBLC money.
I saw somebody say that Sneeko was actually live. Ian Carroll said that he was taking time off because of David Wilcock, and he said, "I'm not suicidal. I don't know that anybody's trying to kill him." But Nick Fuentes and Candace Owens, they both, disappeared at the same time. Nick is in like Italy. Well, no, he's in some other country, but Candace is in Italy, and she claims that she told the audience she was taking a vacation, but she never actually did. So I don't know. It is sus though.
All right.
The quartering too. The quartering might be taking time off because the collective internet is coming for him. That's brutal.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
So, oh man, I know all this lore. Okay, so let me fill you in. There is this commentary channel called the Kino Casino, and they basically just do super long streams where they will watch other people's streams and them spurging out lots of lol cow stuff. And they've been talking about Jeremy for a while at the quartering, and they basically determined, according to them, allegedly, not even in my opinion, that Jeremy and his wife have a non-traditional relationship. Where
what does that mean?
That means that Jeremy's a cuck. That's what they claim, and there's actually quite a bit of evidence to support this.
He lets other people fuck his wife?
At least one person, a guy who's been stated by Jeremy to be his best friend, and that guy comes over. And anyways, the reason that they put this together is because there was all of these things about this guy coming over and Jeremy saying things that, people kind of questioned. And then his username is the same as his username on Reddit, where he's in all of these like hot wives cuck share. What are they called on Reddit? It's like I don't know, rooms or like conversation places, forums, basically. And so he's pretty open about the fact that he's a bull. I didn't know what that term meant, but a bull is the guy who comes over and uses your wife while you're the cuck in the chair. And apparently Jeremy's the cuck in the chair. And so anyways, the Kino Casino did all of these videos talking about this situation and having a lot of fun with it. And Jeremy basically reached out to them through an intermediary and said, please stop talking about this. He didn't admit that any of it was true, but he said, it's affecting my wife. You shouldn't be talking about my wife. And they refused to stop talking about it. And so Jeremy struck down their channel on YouTube, their clips channel.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of an unwritten rule in the YouTube world. Like, you don't take down somebody else's channel. If you got a problem with somebody's video, there are ways to address it. But he struck down their entire channel and got them deleted. And he was like bragging about it. And so every like huge commentary YouTuber that you can imagine, and a lot of the people that Jeremy was friends with, like people in like the sort of like alt conservative comic book scene, they all made videos about it and basically said, Jeremy, you made a mistake. You're ruining your reputation. You should make it right. And Jeremy refuses to make it right. And so people have just like gone in hard on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Wait, Boop John, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Isn't that the thing that BB was talking about? Like,
yeah, but what are we talking about?
That's the nut slab.
No. He said boop was like it's like Trump can give us a boop, like a Badlands boop.
Did we get a new True Social post from Trump?
I have no idea.
I don't know what she's talking about. Caleb, is your mom drunk right now or something?
No.
I was gonna say that's the right answer every time. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weren't they going out for a little anniversary dinner? By the way, happy anniversary to your mom and dad. Oh, it's in Telegram.
Happy anniversary to them, and happy birthday to Christy.
Happy birthday, Christy. Oh yeah, Christy's birthday. Happy birthday, Christy.
Yeah.
Voting is
But Zach,
gay
the
because-
boop you were talking about is another type of boop that BB likes to hand out when
That's
you're not
right.
paying attention.
I'm trying to figure out the boop here.
He was putting me on edge at Gart. Like I would be talking with someone, and he would walk by and just subtly twitch like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I freaked out on him like 2 Garts ago, and he hasn't done it to me since. Like, you just got to show him how upset it makes you.
Well, he didn't actually do it. Like it was just the threat.
Threat.
of doing
Yep.
it. Yeah.
The threat of it will terrify you, man. Like I imagine that when I'm sleeping at night, Jackie just sees me go like this every once in a while. What are you doing? I think BB's gonna slap me in my sleep.
You're dreaming about BB? That's
No, I'm not dreaming. I have nightmares about him. It's
Oh.
not dreaming. It's nightmares.
Oh man, that tracks.
Okay, should I show the boop then? I guess.
Might as
Okay.
well.
If President Trump posted about a hot Carl or something like that, this is
Oh
gonna
my
be
God, please.
wild.
Vito thing. That would be funny.
Hot Carl.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You think so? You know
I
so
have
much
no
about
idea,
the
but
shit
it
on the
sounds
chest thing,
right.
Zach. I am.
Listen, John, I know a lot about everything. Okay, if I hear something once, it sticks in the craw. I can't get rid of it.
I know Dirty Sanchez, but that's just from
Oh yeah,
Dirt
I mean
Nasty-
everybody
Dirt
who's
Nasty
in middle
song.
school knows about Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called a Cleveland Steamers.
There we go. That's what
Okay,
it is.
there you go, Cleveland Steamer. So I guess
Yeah.
I don't know everything. What the hell's hot Carl then?
I don't know.
It's actually a hot Carl. Kind of makes sense too. I don't know.
Is that why LeBron said, Cleveland, this is for you? And then left for Miami? Just dropped the Cleveland steamer on him.
Oh my gosh, Can you come on the show and explain your boop, so I don't have to?
It's his wife's birthday, man. He's not coming on.
Happy birthday, Christy. You can come on for a couple seconds.
Happy
Or Ash. Ash, come on and explain your boop.
I love how CanCon says
Actually,
Cleveland
she's never
steamer
had a
in the
boot
chat.
before. It's her first.
Ash has never been booped before. How do you like that, Caleb?
Oh my God, Peyton Pooh got called a Fed by Alpha the other day. You know you've made it when the
Yeah, what'd you
resident
do?
Fed calls you a Fed.
You must have called Alp out and caught him doing Fed stuff, and he wasn't happy about it.
I can't get over how big Caleb's water bottle is.
I
This segment of OnlyLands is just around the water.
What'd you
I
say,
have-
Caleb?
too.
I feel like I can't drink water now because you're making fun of me.
No, keep drinking water. I want you to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna make fun of you every time I see it, because that is just that looks like what they sent those 4 people to space in. It's like so big.
I'll go get mine for solidarity.
You have one that big too? Like, where do you even buy those things?
It's got like the storage
I got it as a
capacity of a camel's hump.
Yeah.
It's like massive, that thing.
This is the thing now, Caleb. You embrace that giant water bottle. You make it part of your personality. And every time you come on the show, you let John know that he will never stop you from hydrating. Yeah,
There it is.
Yeah.
It'll never be as hydrated.
Yes.
You should also lower your mic a little bit and bring it like down here so I can see your face, like close to you. And there you go.
I'm trying my best.
No, you're
somebody
good.
had asked, who's the guy hiding behind his mic? We're trying to appeal to the youth. Caleb.
Well, it's a tricky setup, and she's short and I'm not. So
All right. Okay. This is the boop, allegedly. We're supposed to play the first 30 some seconds of the Why We Vote clip and then play or show the Scavino post. So here's the Why We Vote.
Thinking about before we get into the content, we've had these boomerangs forever. You've got one in the top of your studio there. I've got it hanging here. The beautiful, amazing Texas schools had those made for us. I wear a boomerang around my neck. Kitty gave me that as a gift, and I absolutely love it. But the boomerang is important because it's what goes around comes around, and the journey that we've been through, the oppression, the suppression, you're a dangerous terrorist threat to democracy, silenced and punished of the past 6 years, feels like, Brian, we're getting a boomerang. Feels
Coming
like
back.
finally boomeranging back around.
Coming back. Well,
And then this is what Dan Scavino posted. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show the John Brennan clip or part of this first. Dang it, where'd it go? Here we go. So John Brennan posted a reminder to federal officials. There is no limit on the number of individuals who can use the whistleblower statute. If you think you're involved in unlawful activity as a result of a directive from Mr. Trump or someone doing his bidding, now is the time to report it. And then Dan Scavino reposted that with this.
I love it.
That's pretty good.
Great.
Nice.
That is a boop, Ash, if I've ever seen one.
That's definitely a boot. It's a bonk.
And no, Chris does not have a boomerang yet, guys. Stop.
Well, he does. He just doesn't have it.
That's what's really not his, right? Isn't that something about? I bet there's a
Possession is
spoonerism
nine-
about
Ownership
that.
is 9/10 of the law, right?
Yeah, if you don't have your
Possession.
boomerang, it's not yours. That's awesome, though, guys. Oh, that post was 2019?
Yep.
Oh, that's even crazier that he just posted that today. Scavino did. It's a great boop. Can you imagine how like those freaking Q-tards, and it's not all of you, but just like the certain sect of people who decode everything, how much they'd be freaking out if something like that happened with something they said or did?
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a reason why it doesn't happen though.
Never give us our boops. But whatever. Our script, Caleb needs to become a viral sensation so Ash can retire.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Let's do
Just
it.
retire in quotes though. Retire.
She doesn't want to retire.
Oh.
When are you going to start your show, man?
Well, what do I talk about? I mean, like,
I don't know. The floor is yours. Give us a little taste.
oh boy. I think that like this format wouldn't be the best for me. Like, I think I'd need like clips of going out, doing stuff, and then talking about it in like a short setting, you know?
Why can't you do that?
Well, I would need like objectives from the Badlands chat and from you guys. Like, you know, what do we want to hear about from the youth?
Okay, I think, well, we can do this. We can start this. I want you to go around asking people about hot Carls and see how many people have given or received them. That's my vote, though. That doesn't have to be I wonder if anybody else has any ideas.
Well, I think that would be perfect if you ask people like semi-offensive questions with your characteristic deadpan as if there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
And yeah, and you just, you know, you would ask somebody the question and then you would immediately put the mic in their face and they'd be like, the fuck, are you serious? Like, what are you talking about? That
So
would be
what?
great.
Like, look, give me an example of a question like that.
What was it like when you told your parents you were gay? You know, something like that.
How long
You should also like
Sapien?
to start with a couple of real questions, like what do you think of this? What do you think of Trump? What do you think of this? And then throw something super offensive. But a couple ideas in the chat is you should pretend to be a liberal and interview other liberals.
Yes, I mean that'd be easy in Colorado.
Yeah, it would. I was just gonna say the campus is here. That'd be super easy.
Yeah.
Well, what are your interests? Because the biggest thing about streaming is you got to do something you're passionate about. Otherwise, you're going to burn out.
It is super fulfilling. Like when other people my age, like when you tell, like when they want to rebuke you or like have conversation, it's so rare, you know. And so like finding the common ground is a cool thing. It's pretty fulfilling. But like I do think that that's not always engaging, and so like offensive questions could be, you know, part of
Well,
that.
you could easily ensnare a liberal by beginning with, tell me why Donald Trump's a fascist, okay? And then, you get them to like hook that way. And then you could immediately lean into, how, have you started transitioning your child yet? We have some itinerant illegal alien laborers, undocumented laborers that are in danger of being picked up by ICE this afternoon. Can we hide them at your house? Something like that. So you gotta like question their moral authority. I think that would be great.
They're really good at sniffing out, though, man. You got to have that talent for that. When to like tell me why Donald Trump's a fascist. I mean, to me, that's for a lot of them. That's going to be a tell, because it's just like you're supposed to know that already. You don't ask other people that.
You can ask them, what do you think of Donald Trump? That's a good way.
Yeah, you got to be, if you really want to draw them out.
What is the objective?
They're clever, and they'll smell when you're trying to bait them.
Oh, for sure.
And,
Great.
And so if you really want, if you don't care about that, that's fine. But I love it when people can really fool them, and really get them going and smack them. And that's a talent. And maybe Caleb has it. It'd be great because, you just love to see it. My heart's broken about what's happened to Colorado. It used to be a great state. Can you?
Yeah,
I
Denver's
can't believe it.
dangerous.
Yeah.
What was that, Caleb?
Denver's a dangerous place now. It sucks.
Yeah, I'd almost be worried to like go do that down there.
Nah, that would be exciting, I think. But it's just like, I mean, this is the first time there's been like a brainstorming about it, and I think that's a great idea. But I think that dynamic would also be very much so involvement from the viewers, what they want to hear.
Yeah.
You could start off by positing that Donald Trump is a fascist, and Americans all across the nation are, they're nervous or they feel unsafe. American citizens are getting rounded up by ICE on a daily basis, and so we're here on campus asking students how they feel about this. You start with something that isn't happening, and then just present it as if it's fact, and then begin your questioning. And I'm sure that they would immediately hook into it.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of like a blend of, I've seen interviews, like man on the street interviews at the South by Southwest festival down there in Texas, where there's like the music scene or music festival side of it, and there's the aspect of like you have to know all the new bands, because if you don't know, then you're not cool. And so the interviewer just made up artists and bands and would just interview people about them.
Good.
And some people will be like, yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Other people are like, oh yeah, I love this first album, man. And they go into like this expose of what the first album was trying to like communicate. It's like, yeah, I just made that up. So you could totally do something like that.
I've seen the same thing with like sports people, be outside of a stadium. Like, was Bill Cosby the best, like Ranger, and then people don't know. They're just stupid. Yeah, that's engaging for sure.
You can do that with laws. Like, do you like this new of that? And then just make up some dumbass law. How many people say yes?
The danger with that, Cam, is the likelihood of you actually naming a real law is pretty high.
Yep.
What do you think the people your age would be engaged to? Like, what do you think they would want to see?
That's a good question. I think that people, like, when you ask somebody something that it's tough because it needs to affect them, like happen in your own backyard kind of thing, for people to really open up. I would say that as a whole, like, people my age who were like MAGA in the past are feeling kind of betrayed a little bit as youngins. And so there's a lot of criticism right now with the younger generation about President Trump. And so that would definitely be something that I think you all would want to see for sure. But like with little substance to it, and so like, again, that's the issue is like, is the goal to poke the bear and like be a dick, or, what's the goal here? Because like I'm a pretty direct person. I've, hung out with all you guys. I'm sure you know that. And so like, that kind of seems like a difficult thing to be a bully, so to speak.
Yeah. I think being genuine
I don't see you having
is
the long-term irony. You're too genuine to do what we were suggesting before, except maybe one time or two times. But I just see you being having a sincerity of needing to speak about something you actually believe in, rather than to fuck with people's minds too much.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see why they feel betrayed, like going into that. Like, what is it? Not necessarily specifically, but like what is it that you feel betrayed from? Why do they feel that Trump is turning on them? Why do they feel like whatever their reason is for turning on him?
Yeah, what are you seeing out there about that?
I mean, I would say, if not all, most of it's social media, so take that as you will. But people just think like my age for sure. I've had conversations with peers, and it's, Trump ran on this platform of America First, and it's not America First right now, and you could go into all the different ways that that's true. But yeah, I mean, I believe that to a certain degree, but there's people that take that to the extreme and, go to a place of anarchy, which isn't, productive. I think that, there was a lot going on in that campaign. And so like it's so understated the impact that Charlie Kirk had on the youth. And so like, I think that him being out of the picture, there's not really been a person like that for people to cling on to. And so everybody just would rather not care, and just, whatever.
You don't think Ben Shapiro's cutting the mustard?
People my age love her sister, though.
it's a much better sign, don't you think, that they're disappointed in Trump because he's not living up to the agenda that he ran on. Whereas, in the past it could have been, oh, we don't believe in the agenda anymore. We want to go back to the leftist agenda and all that. That would have been more of a classic swing. But the fact that it's like, yeah, Trump's not living up to what he ran on. That's a good sign, I think.
Not only that, I mean, I think a lot of us like fundamentally understand the two-party system is, bullshit and it's controlling us. But like nobody knows what to do about it, And again, I've talked to you guys about this a million times. It's much easier to be comfortable than do anything. But it would certainly be productive to have those conversations. It's just there's always so many different trending topics. It's a daily thing. Like what do people my age care about? I don't know. It's a good question.
That's probably where you start then, going out there and figuring out what people really, really care about.
What an excellent brainstorm.
Yeah.
What if you combined a Matt Trump style road trip with the man on the street style, and you actually like hit up college campuses? You get to scratch the travel itch and see parts of the country. I don't know how much within the U.S. you've traveled, but obviously there'd be a lot of
good bit adventure out west, though.
What's that?
Heck, I'd want to do that. If I wish I were young like him, I'd do exactly.
I mean,
that.
That's an incredibly attractive.
You go into anywhere. You could talk to every hotel clerk you meet in the middle of Nevada or some small town bar in Idaho or something. People they'll want to talk to you. You have an endless supply of people wanting to talk.
I think the college campuses is where it's at.
Definitely. For the reaction.
Well, for meeting young people, definitely. But you should get a spectrum of everybody. Yeah, college campuses.
I would hit up trade schools too. Talk to the people trained to be the next only people employed class.
By the way, South Dakota State University, they actually have an ice cream parlor on campus with the cows that they raise there. So if you ever go there, check it out.
Absolutely.
They do the same thing at MSU. The MSU Dairy. It's great ice cream.
Yeah, college towns are. When I was traveling around, I loved going to college towns because they always had economic vibrancy. They always had a youthful spirit. They had the public space of walking around any campus was always great. The only downside was I felt like all that wealth there was being generated by debt, and that just it felt like it wasn't until I got to Williston, North Dakota, in the oil.
You've been to Williston, North Dakota?
Absolutely, I love it.
John knows that place besides Matt.
I love it. It was perfect because it was the first time driving around all of America where I felt like this is what America used to feel like, where we used to make stuff and derive our wealth from like taking stuff out of the ground and building stuff instead of debt and just real estate, churning Wall Street and all this. It's like these are real people, and you go into town there, and it was like working men buying little homes, and there's all these women coming in. It's like wanting to be wives of the guys there, super classic thing. And of course, women just wanting to be, overnight girlfriends with them too. That they always have that. But it was really a vibrancy of something material happening in America that I felt almost nowhere else but there. Loved it.
What do you guys think about us being in the Second Gilded Age?
Explain. I don't know what that means.
Well, like the first Gilded Age, there was a ruling class, and then Americans weren't really being taken care of, and I think that we're kind of following a same path. Like, I think that we're in, for lack of better reference, like a broad term, Second Gilded Age, and we're all seeing the effects of that.
I think there's a lot to that. Yeah, with we talk about like extremes of wealth. We definitely have a billionaire class and that tech class that's huge in a way that I don't think we had in the 80s. In the 1980s, we had billionaires, but they were more one-off things, even Donald Trump. But now it's like we have all these people that are running society that we sort of defer to and accept as being hyper wealthy. Yeah. And they're getting like next year they're going to be 10 times more wealthy, and we're going to be 10 times more poor. And that definitely has class, that definitely has the smack of the 1890s and that kind of extreme. You know, and it goes to the politics that we're both parties are somewhat captive to it. Although it's like, oh well, Donald Trump's the quintessential example. It's like, no, not really, not really. He's sort of a counterexample. He's so man of the people compared to the rest of them. But I think there's a lot to that, and it goes to a lot of the frustrations that maybe in your generation, Caleb, about there's no way to get ahead. There's no way to there's no middle anymore. You know, they always talk, oh, they want to get rid of the middle class. I think they did. I think it's gone. I think we're there wherever we were headed with that. And wherever we go from here, you know, I can only hope that what Trump is doing right now, you know, overthrowing the British Empire, bringing us back to something that's based on something more traditional in terms of American material strength and true industry, kind of things you talk about, Jonathan, that I think that if we're truly on that path, then we're going to be fine. But
well, they used a lot of the same tactics to cause the disruption that led to that first Gilded Age, with the messing around with credit, causing railroad collapses in the 1870s and 1890s that caused the consolidation of those things into the Standard Oil and all of that stuff. You can see parallels with the types of crashes they've caused over the last 20 or 30 years. The same playbook. I mean, they do the same thing just over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I would say the biggest difference, not to turn this into a G money thing, but the biggest difference is understanding that all political power rests on the matter of money. We actually have a technology that allows us to have sovereignty over our money that people didn't have back then. So
good point.
I think that is one key difference in the narrative that is would allow us to get out of what they're trying to push us into.
Do you guys really think that Bitcoin is not another means of control? Like, do you really think that it's that level of sovereignty? Because I don't, for sure.
No, 100% it is, because it can't be controlled by any of these centralized forces. It's wholly separate, and there are a lot of other cryptos out there, like a central bank digital currency. I would admit that would be the perfect example of control. And that's one of the reasons why it's pushed against so hard. But Bitcoin can't be in the hands of any one singular force.
What about Satoshi Nakamoto?
I mean, he's a guy, and nobody knows who he is.
Could be a girl.
Allegedly, that's all the Bitcoin. I mean, that's
again.
Deal. He has a lot of Bitcoin. Isn't that the story? Like,
he does have a lot of Bitcoin, but plenty of people have a lot of Bitcoin. And the scarcity of the Bitcoin is what drives the value, because you're not going to be able to just completely just print more and more and more like they do with dollars. And, you know, I mean, Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever he is or whoever they are, might never actually cash in that Bitcoin. I mean, it's basically been untouched since he created it. And at some point, the Bitcoin's going to run out, and then the Bitcoin that people have is going to explode in value even more than it has.
The thing with Bitcoin, when it's going to run out? Do we know that?
Well, I mean,
it's like 100 years from now.
2140 or something like that. The last one.
Okay, but it gets exponentially harder to mint new ones as we approach that, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, right. Every 4 years having.
Yeah. For me with Bitcoin, the thing that got me over the hump to be like, okay, I kind of understand this now, is for me, it's really the only financial system that has, like, it's a finite amount. Like, I can't really think of any other, like, even when it comes to like gold or silver, even if you're trading in like wood or something like that, like these things continue to grow. What'd you say?
The tally sticks. We talked about that one time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I couldn't think of the name, the tally sticks. But with Bitcoin, there's a finite amount. Like, you can have it and stuff, like half it, but like the set number is set.
Not to turn this into an episode of Rug Pull Radio, but the thing that I came to
we're doing G Money's job
is thinking of Bitcoin not as money, which is an aspect of Jason Lowery's soft war, but thinking of it as a digital continent. And, you know, here in the real world, you know, in a continent, you have desert land and you have valley land and you have fertile farmland. So each acre has variable value. And in the digital world, a continent, like a piece of an acre, a Bitcoin in the digital continent has the same value as any other one. And instead of looking at as trading your Bitcoin or spending your Bitcoin, it becomes essentially like digital land. And this ties into Spooner has an essay, Poverty, Its Illegal Cause and Its Legal Cure, in which he lays out essentially a monetary policy in which everyone can become their own banker. Like you have land, you can loan out credit based on your actual hard assets. And so Bitcoin essentially allows a completely decentralized banking system, contractual obligation system, and all of the above. So it's not just money; it's a parallel economic rail system that can handle. We probably don't even know the full extent of all the use cases for it, but it's not just money.
My worry is that it's going to usher in the AI surveillance state a lot quicker in terms of financial control.
In what respect?
I think that like right now we have a lot of up and coming, like data is obviously the most desirable thing, and like why is that? And so the story of you having your own sovereignty, with Bitcoin and all that, and there is facts to back that up that are undisputable, but it would make more sense to me that the reason that is so pushed and that we have access to it in this broad way is because it's going to be a means of control one day. And I think that
why Bitcoin and not other crypto, and why not your cell phone? Because this is the largest single point of data that is mined, and that's how you are commoditized.
Because if you can't buy and sell things, you can't do anything. So I think that if we were to completely convert over to Bitcoin, like Satoshi Nakamoto might not be a person, that could be an intelligence agency, and then we have everybody's being tracked. It worries me, and obviously we're going to get to the point, whether we like it or not, where we're not giving cash anymore, and we're already there pretty much. But it worries me that it will be controlled, in kind of a mark of the beast way, if you will.
Well, but I mean, that's assuming that Bitcoin becomes the only thing of value, but like hard assets are always going to maintain value. I mean, like precious metals are not going to go anywhere. Food will always be valuable. Supplies. I mean, I've got bullets, Bitcoin, and bullion. Okay. That's where I have all of my money. So those things are never going to go anywhere. But I mean, in terms of like the worry about a digital monetary system, I mean, we are already there. I mean, there's plenty of places that don't take currency. It's just that digital currency is being traded through the banks. And I don't think that there will be a world where Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency. I mean, like there are quite a few others out there that people are, using for purchases, and people are saving and people are mining. So, I don't see a world where Bitcoin becomes it. But Bitcoin has a lot of other use cases beyond just a storage of value. And that's where a lot of people see the utility in it, because many of these other cryptos, like the only thing you can do is basically spend.
Yeah. And I feel like our monetary system is already completely digital. Yes, there is paper money that's printed in coins, but ever since probably the Federal Reserve at least, but ever since banking went onto computers, it's just been digital at that point. It's so much easier to create money on a computer than to create a piece of paper, even though they can do that at will. So I mean,
and then
I think that state's already here.
You like I've mentioned this before when I bought my truck for old 2002 F-150. I bought it for $8,000, and I went to go withdraw $8,000 from my checking account, and the bank wouldn't let me until the regional manager. They had to call the regional manager and ask, "Hey, can we let this guy have his own money?" Like that's my money.
Yeah,
we need to make sure that you're not being defrauded and all that kind of stuff. And whereas if it was a transaction on the Bitcoin rails, it doesn't require the permission of some person who has nothing to do with the transaction. There's the decentralization of it, I think, is the answer to your concern, simply because of the way that the network itself works. And I see your mom making a point. She said, I think he's talking about digital currency generally. That's probably what I think your concerns apply in those cases, but with Bitcoin, because the way the network is actually set up, I don't think, and I could be wrong, I don't think that those concerns are will ever be realized in that way, just because of how decentralized it actually is.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
definitely.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I mean, I think that ultimately the argument that Caleb is making is, more in general about cryptocurrency. I mean, there are certainly others that I can see how they could be abused. But yeah, Bitcoin on its own, I don't see it in that respect.
For me, I think for the longest time, we've always had the only option. We've had the Hegelian dialectic of the choice between the lesser of two evils. And I feel like the Bitcoin system is not in that system of the lesser of two evils. I'm not saying that it can't be corrupted. I'm not saying that people can't be corrupted, but the idea behind Bitcoin is outside of that Hegelian dialectic system of, do you want CBDCs or do you want physical money or whatever? You get what I'm trying to say with that?
Mm-hmm. I do. I think, I saw something thought-provoking a while ago, and I can't give a credible source right now, but it was talking to the point of how the generation of Bitcoin is very similar to religion. And that kind of got me, because it's just means of control wise. I think that if we all have this idea that Bitcoin is the standard, that nobody will ever think that, it's dangerous. And I think that if nobody thinks it's dangerous, that's very dangerous. But I could be wrong. What do I know?
I agree with you on that, but I think that comes down to, and it does stem kind of from what you're saying, but it stemmed from what you're saying. But my thing is, it's the mindset of human beings that is the issue here. Is we cling on to things, anything other than God. I feel like people cling on to things and they just hold on tight to it, and they say, I have to do this because it's the only way, or I have to do this because of whatever reason. And I think that's where the real issue is, because we could find a million different things that people treat like a religion that are detrimental to us, because too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So my question is, how do we, I don't think we change the hearts and minds of individuals, but how do we change our own mindset to where we're no longer like clinging on to these worldly things and putting all of our stake in them?
It's a question.
Yeah, I guess it goes kind of back to, I forgot when you talked about this, Jonathan Drake, but it goes back to basically just like taking over your own sovereignty and taking over your own power, thinking for yourself, controlling your own energy, your own finances, your own household, your own community, whatever it is. But it's focusing on yourself, not in a selfish way, but
Right.
how can I best live? Oh, I remember. How can I best live up to the natural laws? We know what the natural laws are of this plane of existence that we live in. How can we get back to those, and then through our actions show other people this is not only is this the best way to live, because you can make your own decision whether it's good or not, but
Right.
I'm living the most sovereign, I'm living the most free, I'm having the most enjoyable life doing it this way, which is according to natural law.
Mhm.
So I think that's kind of the key.
Yeah, for sure. To the best of our abilities, given our circumstances, I think doing things that lean towards sovereignty is always a good idea.
Yeah.
I guess we put John to sleep.
He had to leave. Okay.
Do you want to do that?
All right.
ad thing?
So yeah, we need to do a Rumble Studio ad.
I thought that was a message, by the way, for him to have us like read, and I was like, I'm not gonna read all this shit right now, and then I realized it was an ad read. I thought he was like, this is why I'm leaving, guys, and I was like, why do you write this fucking novel?
All right. So I'm okay. Go, John. Go. Sorry, he's running the back end, and I'm going to have to close everything out here. So anyways, this is an opportunity for us to mention sponsor that we have for tonight. This is an inside scoop that a lot of creators are talking about behind the scenes here at Rumble. It's actually one of the reasons that I use Rumble. They made a new way for people to super chat creators so that we get paid immediately and without any fees. You don't have to wait for the banks. You don't have to wait for the credit cards. You don't have to pay anything to anybody. If you're on YouTube or Twitch and you're getting a donation on there, they can take up to 50% of those fees when you tip creators. But this method takes none. That's right. The platform takes 0 fees, and we keep just about 100% of what you guys send. So you can super chat with Bitcoin, Tether USD, or even Tether Gold stablecoins. And the tip is going to show up directly in the Rumble chat, just like a regular Rumble Rant. And of course, we'll do our best to read it. We always do that at the end. So all you need to do is download the Rumble Wallet app from the App Store, and then you can start sending tips to your favorite Rumble creators. Everybody that you follow will already be listed in there because you sign in with your Rumble account. You can download it directly by going to wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app from the App Store. And it's seriously an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and to help the creator economy. So a big shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive new technology.
Very cool.
Thank you very much to Rumble. So yeah, I mean, that's just one of the reasons that I like Bitcoin. Tether, it's a stable coin. That's closer to a central bank digital currency, but really it's it's a verified and stable storage of value that you could put into Tether if you want to keep it there and then move it back into Bitcoin or something else. The Tether Gold is actually kind of cool because, like I said, I have a lot of my money in precious metals, and if you don't want to have your house loaded up with precious metals because it's kind of dangerous, the only alternative you have is to store it with a vault, with a company that's going to keep track of it for you. And then, of course, you've got to pay them to store that. So you're like losing value all the time. You can actually own Tether Gold, and then when you want that physical metal, you just cash it in for that, and they send you a gold bar, which is pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever it comes to money, I always just go back to the first time I ever learned about how the Federal Reserve works and how they create money out of thin air. And I was just like, I remember I told you guys, I think it was at Guard or something, but I watched this DVDs that my dad gave me, and I was just like, at the end, I was just like, am I the only one that thinks this is fucking bullshit? Like, are you kidding me? This is how our financial system
do it, son.
Yeah. My dad didn't say that, but that's basically what I was taught in like economics class in school, and everything was just like, this is just how it works. And I was like, I don't like the way it works. Like, why are we still doing? Am I the only one? And then I found you guys, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. There's a bunch of other crazy motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, it's a great thing when you're 12 and you find out that the financial system is fucked, and you are too as a result.
Yeah,
No,
like,
right.
My allowance isn't worth shit. What are you talking about?
It'll be worth less next year too.
Yeah.
So G. Fontes says there was little to no talk of a central bank digital currency until after Bitcoin started gaining more traction in the years following the mortgage credit default swap crisis and wealth transfer. So I think that was largely a response to the controllers' fear that digital currency would be taken out of their hands, because if anybody thinks that the first time the deep state control grid thought about switching us over to digital currency was when Satoshi Nakamoto published his white paper, I think you're sorely mistaken. I think that ultimately this was probably one of the things that they had on their goal sheet for quite a long time, just to get rid of dollars, because with fractional reserve lending, they don't have to have that money on hand. If they turn everything digital, they have to have nothing on hand. It's just, they pump and dump out of thin air. I got in trouble in grad school because a professor mentioned something about the limited supply of money in the banking system. And I was like, that's not true. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, quite literally, the Federal Reserve and any central bank can just print more money anytime they want. I mean, like, that's the reason we have the inflation rates that we do now, because every time there's a crisis, they've got to pump more money. They've got to cover somebody else's balance sheet. And here we are. And he did not like me for the rest of that class, gave me so much shit. Yeah.
He put you in your place there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I still got an A, but he didn't make it easy on me.
Yeah,
and every time you take out a mortgage, they don't have that money, because it used to be there was like 20% reserve requirement, and then they kept chipping away. I think the functional reserve requirement now is virtually zero.
Yeah, it's like 1%.
Yeah, which means a bank is literally making 99% of the loan they're giving you is made up money.
Yeah,
right then and there.
That's why they're so nervous about you taking out less than $10,000.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a small little regional branch.
That's so funny.
That actually ties into the question Caleb was asking earlier about the Gilded Age. That's how they're building this gap. That's how they built this gap.
This isn't the Gilded Age, right? We're talking about the Gilded Age.
Gilded. Whatever, man.
You're gonna cut your balls off?
I don't speak it too much good English.
We all start speaking
Gilded Age. That's
higher, higher.
No, but I'm still thinking back. Weren't we told like a while ago that they were going to go into Fort Knox and tell us whether we had gold or not, and then that just like never happened, which I know wasn't there.
Waiting for the rerun.
Yeah, no chance it's there.
Yeah, well, didn't they get stolen in a James Bond movie too, or something? Or didn't they break?
Was it a movie or was that a documentary?
Yeah.
Goldfinger. Yeah.
Goldfinger.
So I keep this bar of gold on my desk. This is the last bar of gold that I purchased, and you'll see it's from Credit Suisse. It was I bought this because it was right as soon as they collapsed, and so I was like, oh my god, this is great. I thought maybe there won't be too many of these around, or they'll go for a higher rate because they'll be rarer. And this was back when gold was still around $2,000 an ounce. So
anybody know what it is now?
Very nice.
It's over 4,000 last time I checked. Yeah. Hold on. I'll give you an exact number. Gold spot price. I also learned something incredible about Thai gold. You guys know about Thai gold?
No.
Okay.
As in like THAI gold?
Yes, Thailand. Okay, so spot price on gold right now is $4,724.80. Freaking awesome. Okay, so here's the thing about gold in Thailand. It's like integrated into virtually every aspect of the culture. So like when people get married, you know, the bride's family gives a whole bunch of gold to the couple. They integrated it into their clothing, into their buildings, and it's highly regulated. And because everybody in Thailand puts all of their money into gold, they don't just like store it or put it in a safe or something like that. I mean, it's primarily part of their attire. Like they'll wear it like, you know, necklaces and rings and, you know, gold, you know, baubles and everything. And so the standard for Thai gold is not 24 karat. It's 23 karat because they put just enough silver and copper in it to make it durable so that as people are wearing it and moving around with it, it looks basically the same as 24 karat, maybe a little bit oranger, a little bit golder. But it's so stable that it's not going to be too soft. And the Thai gold market is strictly controlled by the Thai government so that if you go into one gold store, the price of gold is going to be the same as if you go to another gold store. Like you're not going to get screwed on the margin markup. And there's a huge problem right now with scammers in Cambodia and China coming into Thailand and purchasing small amounts of gold to launder money from those scam and pig butchering call centers. And they will send people in, they will buy small amounts of gold, and then it'll be smuggled out in like fruit trucks, basically. And so, you know, every now and then they catch somebody with a truckload of bananas that's sitting a little bit too low, and they'll go through and they'll find, you know, $500 million in 23 karat Thai gold bars in there. But in order to like take the gold from Thailand, it's export controlled very, very tightly, and there's a lot of rules surrounding it. But because of the like digital markets where you can buy gold through apps and stuff like that, and because of the incredible increase in value of gold, it's affecting Thailand because it's increasing the value of their currency, which in turn makes it a lot more expensive for people to go there and vacation and spend their money there because people are getting screwed on the exchange rate. It's also making products that Thailand produces a lot more expensive on the global market because the Thai baht is valued at such a high rate.
Yeah, it sounds like my brother-in-law's youthful trips over there. He would like work for 6 months and then spend a month somewhere and blow all his money and then rinse and repeat. And he did that. He spent like a month or two in Thailand just hiking around. And I doubt he'd be able to do that now based on what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, if he's only hiking, you know, I mean, not staying at a resort or something.
Well,
like that.
yeah, he was. I mean, he didn't have much money. Like he would work waiting tables for, like I said, 4 to 6 months. He usually crash at our house for a while and then would go off to do something like backpacking across Thailand or.
That'd be so cool, dude.
Wait, is this while he was married to your sister, or while he's like he was already?
This is my wife's, the older of her two younger brothers, and this was before he got married.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I thought it was your direct brother-in-law, like your
No.
sister's husband, and he was doing that while they were married. Like, she was okay with this.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just left for 6 months.
Very, very open relationship.
Like, fuck it. Oh man. So what I got from that story is that the Thai are cutting their gold. Like
No, they're not cutting their gold. It's not. I mean, the difference between 23 and 24 karat is really negligible.
Just
yeah, it's just
It's
one
not-
point.
It's not pure Colombian gold.
Yeah, it isn't 100% pure, but it's pure enough for them so that they can wear nearly pure gold.
I get it.
Well, it sounds too like it's the power of a population in general buying into a central idea.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Less
and also, I mean, like theoretically, you could go to Thailand and buy a necklace for like $1,000 that might cost you $3,000 or $4,000 in another country because you're paying that markup on somebody else's having to bring it and get it into the store. But you just don't have that in Thailand. You've got everybody is paying the same price, and it's it's created like this excellent trust-based society. But now it's kind of getting ruined because of all of the scamming going on.
Yeah, everything gets ruined.
Yeah. So
arbitrage of evil.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. All right. Does anybody have the rants pulled up?
Actually, I do.
Oh, good.
Good job, man. I have the chat, not the rants.
Yeah, me too. I forgot.
John told me about that. I don't know how I can.
Well, if you share it, then
Yeah.
I can pull it up.
Or I could share my screen.
If you've got the
That's what
power,
he
you
meant.
can
That's
do
what
it.
he meant. Present. Should be at the bottom.
There, right there.
How many tabs do you have open? Because you squinted like you have like a billion. different
I had several. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like Alpha. By the way, if you ever see Alpha's computer, don't look at his tabs. He has like 40 tabs, 50 tabs up at a time.
Yeah, that's me too.
Oh.
All right.
Let's see. Where's this is the bottom down
The
here.
red's, the red's the first one.
All right. So first of all, our Scriv, thank you so much. $100 rant. Caleb is a based beast. Great job, young son.
Much love. Thank you very much.
The Based Beast. That's your name now.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now, Keith O'Higgins says, deep, hard red for Virginia sounds like an 80s porn movie or OnlyFans site.
Show does.
Yes.
Keith O'Higgins says, famous baseball broadcaster Harry Carey was a big fan of chest dumps. He would ask the ladies for a suicide squeeze.
Oh.
I thought we were past this.
Yeah, me
Nope.
too.
We're revisiting it.
Not with Keith in the audience. ZBM says, both Chris Pratt and his ex-wife Anna Faris went to the same high school. My old friend went to after they graduated. I even know a guy who was in the same wrestling team as Chris, Lakewood High School in Washington. And then he says, oops, I meant Lake Stevens High School. And then Peyton Pooh
Wow,
says,
that's a different story.
Hey, he's willing to pay for it. That's all right.
Peyton Pooh, remember I got called a Fed by Alpha the other day, #winning. And then our Scriv with a $20 rant says, Caleb needs to become a viral sensation so Ash can retire. Yeah, right.
God willing.
And then Mrs. Rhea Freedom Fighter says, boop, John. And then ZBM says, re-comment, Chris Pratt and his ex-wife Anna Faris did not go to the same high school. Fake news. They just lived pretty close to each other. My memory is fading. I'm getting old. Don't judge me. Love you guys. We would never judge you.
real quick, ZBM is a lady, and she is not getting old. She's like the same age as me. I think.
Oh gosh.
What?
So nice try, ZBM.
You don't get that excuse.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she's definitely the same age, but she does have two. She said this before on show, so I'm not doxing. She has two boys that are wild children, so
Okay.
making her probably feel old.
All right. And our Scriv says Denver voters only care about sports. Caleb needs to combine these two.
I like that Denver.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. I'm going to use it.
Bronco fascism.
Keith O'Higgins says Caleb should do a man on the street interview show. He could break the ice with a hot or not segment with nude pictures of Phyllis Diller and Ernest Borgnine.
There we go.
He doesn't even know who those are.
I was gonna say, Caleb, do you know who those people are?
Oh my gosh.
I'm down though.
Peyton Pooh says, my dad went from space engineer to a tax preparer. Cash is boss, period.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Flo Delisle says, I remember one guy tried to sell me a Bitcoin for $480, something like that in the beginning. My wife said, if I buy it, she'll leave me. I should have made the deal because today she's gone and I don't have that coin.
No.
Man, I'm so glad the bitch is gone.
Right?
Anyways, yeah. Gateway Maga 5 says, thank you so much for singing happy birthday to me. It made my night. The martini is helping too. Happy birthday to Christy too. Happy birthday, Christy. Happy birthday, Gateway Maga 5.
Yes.
And many more.
And many more.
Woo!
G Fontez 119. There was little to no I read that one. Little to no talk of central bank digital currency until after Bitcoin started gaining more traction in the years following the mortgage credit default swap crisis wealth transfer. And then Peyton Pooh says, never paid tax on cash. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And Boom Diggity with a $100 rant closing out the night. Jake Triet.
Thank you.
Do you want to adjust Matt's neck when he looks straight down like that? The Pilates instructor in me cringes every time I see it.
Better I adjust his neck than his coccyx. So I'm gonna just go with the neck adjustment, Matt.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Next time I see you. You got physicist neck. It's like tech neck, but only smarter.
Yeah. Jessica's always talking about that too.
That's cool. We got bookend Benjamins. Got bookend Benjamins.
Very nice. Thank you guys.
Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, John, for making an appearance. Appreciate that, buddy. It was good to see you.
Our fearless leader.
Yes. Anybody have any closing thoughts? You want to make sure you get out there before
We got one more rant that just came in.
Oh, Rave Daddy 523. Caleb, it's great to see you on 2 shows this week. Hope to see you more on Badlands, maybe on your own show. Sure, it would make it easier to get my teen boys interested in Badlands.
Much love, Rave Daddy.
2 more rants just came.
And ZBM says, LOL, yes, I'm 36 and my kids are aging me faster than nature intended. But I know my friend was in the same high school and on the wrestling team with Chris Pratt. Cheers, y'all.
Very good.
Flo Delisle says, Alpha, he pronounced it the right way. Did I pronounce it or did Alpha pronounce it the right way? I don't.
Oh, if he pronounced, yeah. And voila,
Alpha, like alfalfa.
Alfalfa.
Oh,
all right, sweet. All right, well, good show tonight, guys. Anybody got some shows coming up this weekend?
Yep, tomorrow at 7:30, Flo, and I'm gonna put him on the spot. Not tomorrow, but Caleb said that he would start coming on my show when he has
Damn, I'm
time.
there. You already know it, man. I'm there.
You tomorrow?
Let's do it.
All right, dude. Yeah, all right. I'll send you a link early. I'll text you during the day and give you a heads up, but I'll send you a link around like 7-ish.
My spontaneity is making my my show prep like brain twitch.
Why, man? Your show is completely different than my show. My
I know,
show,
I know.
As long as my voice is there, I don't even have to have my face on the screen. As long as my voice is there, I could go with my show. I just need an hour and a half of me talking.
Just go with the flow, right? Yes.
Yeah. So guys,
flow,
tomorrow
man.
night, Flow 7:30 Eastern time. Caleb's gonna be on with me, so it'll be fun.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. We actually do have a Badlands boost from Liberty 2112 from tonight. I appreciated Caleb's opinions tonight. I'm a BTC holder, and his distrust of Bitcoin is logical. Study cryptology all you want, but ultimately, we interact with Bitcoin via a screen. It would be absolutely a rug, and we should be honest about that risk. Yeah, I mean, as somebody who was totally rugged on all of my Bitcoin, Ether, and everything, losing my entire retirement nest egg, yeah, it is totally possible. So you really got to be safe with the way that that you store your Bitcoin. So,
Ash, who
that
is
really happened to you?
That really happened to me. Yeah, when Celsius, when the CEO of Celsius stole everybody's crypto and ran off to Israel for getting indicted by the DOJ, and now he sits in prison. Alex Mashinsky, piece of shit, He took my retirement nest egg. Yeah.
Fucked up.
So
we got one more
Ash
rant,
says
by the way.
to remind everyone about the Badlands Blitz on Substack tomorrow. I'm not sure who the co-host is with Burning Bright.
Yeah, no idea, but it's either Ash or Ghost. So 50-50.
Apocryphal World Records with a $5 rant that said, "Is this why Chrome's making sandwiches?"
No,
Clever.
We're the sandwich making. What are you talking about? Apocryphal Records? I'm just kidding. Thank you.
All right. So I need to find a video to send us out on because it doesn't look like John actually set one up.
You could find the finishing of that.
I'd rather see the trailer for the movie 43 than the actual finishing of that scene. I don't want to watch that.
So bad.
It is funny though.
I got in trouble when I made him play the balls for neck clip, and I didn't want to go there again. But we went there, John.
We went there,
man.
You know,
it's all right.
Yeah. It's a subjective value.
Yeah. All right. This will be our outro video, short and sweet. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
See you, Caleb.
See you guys.
Thank you guys for having me.
See you tomorrow,
Thank you
Caleb.
for being here. Peace.
Later, y'all.
What difference at this point does it